pace at the start of this race, and the first half hour or so really far faster than perhaps it should have been for the cars to last the distance. Here's a good battle between Gary Pedersen and Paul Adams just in front of him. Yes, it is. Paul Adams in front of Gary Pedersen. Paul Adams in the 1600s class and Gary Pedersen in the 2.5 litre class.
These two have been close the whole race, Tony. Gary Pedersen at one stage dropped back a bit further than this, but he appears to have closed in a bit on Paul Adams as the race has gone on. Maybe his tyres are working better on the front-wheel drive Fiat.
Well, we make this the battle between 5th and 6th place. Paul Adams leading Gary Pedersen. And when you look at those cars on the circuit, it appears that Paul Adams is able to keep Gary Pedersen out. And that's a phenomenal performance for a little 1600 Corolla, admittedly a twin-cam version. But Gary Pedersen's Fiat 130 is a 2-litre twin-cam in Group A form with quite some modifications.
Yes, talking about Japanese cars and the Group A cars, Paul Adams' Group A Toyota GT was a specially homologated built car, and for a 1600 car it goes very, very quickly, and I would expect the bigger cars to go even better later on. But Paul Adams is a rear-wheel drive car, Gary Pedersen and the Fiat is front-wheel drive, and I think the front-wheel drive coming out of the hairpins is causing a lot of understeer, and that's where Paul seems to pull away. But Gary seems to have more power on the straight from a bigger engine and close in, but out of these tight hairpins, the front-wheel drive of the Fiat isn't quite as good as the rear-wheel drive of the Toyota.
And between these two cars, they have 4 of New Zealand's best-known names in motor racing. Paul Adams, of course, driving with his father-in-law, John Wolfe, Alan Wolfe, should I say, and Gary Pedersen driving with Dave McMillan.
Well, it's a tremendous kind of experience we've got here, because Gary Pedersen has been a single-seater driver, a saloon car driver, and a sports car driver. Dave McMillan has been a saloon car driver in long-distance events and a specialist in Formula Ford and Formula Pacific racing. Paul Adams is a rally driver and a long-distance racer, and Alan Wolfe is a long-distance driver, a rally driver, and he's been a short race sprint modified saloon driver. So the experience that you have in these 4 drivers covers virtually every form of motorsport and motor racing we've ever had in this country.
Well, we have another one of those pit board readings, very unofficial, of course. Michel Delcourt is holding out 3rd place to their Volvo driver. So that's giving us a position of Sinter, Brock, Delcourt, Adams and Pedersen. But the complication now will be Neville Crichton. How much time did he lose? Or Wayne Wilkinson, how much time did he lose in that pit stop to fuel, straighten a bit of panel damage? But he'll probably work his way back up the field into 4th or 5th spot.